National security experts say there is credibility to the threat because the feds have issued such an early warning. So joining us now, the former special agent in charge of the FBI Detroit office, Andy Arena. And Andy, you agree? Does this seem credible? Should we be worried?
I think we should be very worried. This group is so much different than core Al-Qaeda. You know, they were so fixated on the major spectacular attack. These guys get it. You know, if you can inspire one or two people to go out and commit an act, I mean, what the effect it has on our psyche is unbelievable. So I think this is a very serious threat, and I think because of ISIS and their ability to use social media to get the message out there, we should be taking this very seriously.
How hard is it to fight a group that's using something like social media to target people individually? How do we fight this?
Heather, it's extremely difficult because, as I said, they're very adept at using social media. It's just such a vast universe. Policing it is almost impossible. You know, you're fighting for the minds and souls of individuals out there. The FBI and our law enforcement agencies they're really, under the laws of this country, they can't go on fishing expeditions, so they really have to wait for somebody to tell them that something bad is going on. So they're between a rock and a hard place. And as I said, it's just such a vast universe, it's nearly impossible to police it.
Now, we've seen the targets in these past attacks this last week here in Tunisia, Kuwait, and France, mosques included. Does this give you any kind of hint, as an expert on terrorism, of what they may be looking at across the U.S.? And I want to get more specific here in the Detroit area.
Well, Stephen, these are soft targets. You know, core Al-Qaeda was fixated on spectacular attacks, attacking with airplanes, you know, the World Trade Center, places like that. These are soft targets. These are much more difficult to protect and defend, and so they're obviously much more vulnerable to an attack.
Well, would an attack here look more like the one in France, or do you think it's going to be committed by someone sort of radicalized just online in their own country?
Well, Heather, you got to understand, particularly the French, they have a much more difficult problem than we do. They've had many, many more radicalized people go over and fight. What we've seen here is obviously far, far fewer people, but we have an undetermined number who are online becoming radicalized. So they've not gone to fight in Syria and northern Iraq, but they're just as dangerous in my mind.
Andy Arena, as always, we thank you for your time and your expertise, a former FBI director here in Detroit.
Thank you.